welcome back to Movie Magic 96, your one-stop shop for all things movies. From reviews to unboxings and collections, I'm here to celebrate the magic of cinema. So, let's roll the film. Today we're going way back, 94 years to be exact, to review the original Frankenstein from 1931. For those who don't know, the iconic novel written by Mary Shelley was published over 200 years ago in 1818. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not usually big into older black and white films, but I wanted to dive into this classic and see how well it holds up in today's world. So let's bolt into the review. Before we dive into this specific film, let's talk about the legacy of Frankenstein on screen. Both Universal Studios and Hammer Films released tons of Frankenstein movies, way too many to name, all featuring their own take on the monster. And then you have the comedic or reimagined versions like The Munsters, Young Frankenstein, and even Mary Shelley's Frankenstein from 1994 starring Robert De Niro. I used to think the original poster had Frankenstein's face front and center with Colin Clive as Henry Frankenstein and Mae Clarke as Elizabeth Lavenza off to the sides. But actually, the theatrical poster painted by Carol Gross places the cast along the bottom and side with the title centered. Honestly, I miss the days of beautifully painted posters. Similarly, my favorite images of the monster is actually from Bride of Frankenstein. The camera is angled low, making the flat top head wider and more intimidating. It's such a striking composition. Also, fun fact, I was lucky enough to meet Sarah Karloff, the daughter of Boris Karloff, at the Chiller Theater Convention in 2024. You can check out that video on the channel. Now, I haven't read the novel, but I have so much respect for what Jack Pierce accomplished with the monster's makeup, all with limited resources and no reference point at the time. And of course, Boris Karloff brought the creature to life in ways that are still unforgettable. The walk, the grunt, the haunting expressions, he gave personality to a mute character. The film's opening, with the man stepping on stage to warn the audience about the horror to come, is a fantastic touch. It sets the mood right away. It's hard to fully imagine how shocking this must have been for 1930s audiences. A scene like Henry and Fritz digging up a corpse or cutting down a hanged man, that's heavy stuff, especially for the time. And the key detail of Fritz dropping the normal brain and grabbing the abnormal one, perfect storytelling. Henry Frankenstein really set the blueprint for the mad scientist trope, isolating himself from his fiancée and friend in his obsessive pursuit of knowledge. The lab design is incredible for its time. The table, the electrical equipment, the cell with the deep set window, it all adds so much scale and drama. I love that the monster is bandaged when he first appears. The full reveal is timed perfectly, with Karloff backing through the doorway, turning towards the camera, and boom, you see that unforgettable face. The zoom in is perfectly used. Then there's the iconic moment, "It's alive, it's alive." Colin Clive completely sells the madness and awe in that scene, and the controversial line, "In the name of God, now I know what it feels like to be God." It must have really angered audiences back then. But some scenes feel oddly edited by today's standards, like when Waldman is supposedly killed, but the moment ends with a fade out. The set design of the town and windmill is beautiful, with strong German influences. I even love the old school fashion. Henry's suit is very suave. Now let's talk about the infamous little girl scene. It's controversial, and for a little while it was cut from some versions, but I think it's crucial. Without it, the audiences wouldn't understand why Maria's father is suddenly carrying her lifeless body through town. It's tragic and innocent. Maria just wanted to play and was unafraid of the monster's appearance. But her flower floating game leads to a heartbreaking misunderstanding. Frankenstein throws her in, thinking she'll float too. It's a powerful, emotional moment. Later, the monster climbs into Elizabeth's room but doesn't harm her, which feels weird to me. Still, the build-up to the climax is strong. The fight in the windmill works well, but yeah, throwing Henry from the top and him surviving, not believable at all. And that dummy fall is definitely dated. Same with the sped-up burning beam. Today it looks awkward, but for 1931, it was ambitious. At just 70 minutes, the film is short by today's standards. Most theatrical releases today are at least 90 minutes. And while I don't revisit this often, I respect the legacy it left behind. We're so used to fast editing, color, and CGI, but you can't deny how important this film and this monster has been in shaping pop culture. My final rating, 4 out of 5. Now, how does the original Frankenstein hold up for you? And where does it rank among the other Universal monsters? Let me know in the comments section down below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at MovieMagic1996. Thanks so much for everything, and as always, go watch a movie today.